Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Just a quick update. I wanted to touch base with you guys. Not much has changed. This is the total three crypto market cap minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. The green dotted lines, dashed lines, represent the daily Gaussian channel, and these red dashed lines represent the weekly Gaussian channel, currently hugging the top of the daily Gaussian channel after falling back into it, finding not even coming all the way down to the mean band. So we are hugging here, looking for a breakout soon, uh, probably into this range. It'll bring us to the um, bottom of our ascending triangle here, which will probably test. Also, the fluorescent green line is the neckline of our huge inverse head and shoulders pattern. So imagine we'll be breaking through here pretty soon. This vertical fuchsia colored line is the FOMC. I'm not the FOMC. CPI data comes out next Thursday, August 10th, and kind of thinking that the market, conservative view would be that the market is just kind of going to hang out sideways, and to wait and see what those numbers are going to look like, just for confirmation that inflation is heading downward. Um, Possibly some front running uh, ahead of the August 10th release of that data. Um, but anyway, probably around there, we'll be up in this range, testing for a breakout through here, which is very interesting that the two cross as well on that date. Um, so that's that on the crypto market cap. Um, and go back and watch the past few videos I've put out. Nothing really has changed much. I'm just providing an update. Here's Bitcoin index on the daily chart. I'm zoomed out right now because I just want to show that this green, fluorescent green line is the major trend line that everybody shows, where we've touched here in January, March, June, um, perfectly come right down to that line. Now, keep in mind, it would be ridiculous to believe that we're just going to keep coming down and touching that line. And at some point, we are going to break away from that line. And I believe that this is currently that time. Um, and as you can see here, I do believe that this is where the final shakeout occurs in this range. Um, for those few who think that we're possibly going to go lower than the top of the weekly Gaussian channel here in red. Let me zoom in a little bit more. And let me turn off the Gaussian channel because we're on the daily view. I just wanted to show that the dashed green lines represent the top, mean band, and bottom of the daily Gaussian channel. The red lines represent the weekly. Let me turn this off so it's a little bit clearer. Um, so we have fallen into the daily Gaussian channel, which is a completely normal thing to do in the bull market as we head upwards. And the extent to which we fall into the channel is varies. Sometimes we come all the way through. Sometimes we come to the bottom of the channel, and other times we just come to the mean band or merely hug the top of the channel. And so I don't believe we'll fall below the mean band. We had our obligatory moon dump here, full moon dump. Additionally, retesting our support level in the 28.8 range, um, which I've repeated over and over. We're in this. We're never going to go below there again, more than likely. Um, so I've gone over this extensively in the previous videos, so you can just go back and watch those um, for more clarification. But so here again is the vertical line representing the CPI data numbers release on August 10th. I, I believe we'll just keep trading in this range heading into next week. That's a conservative view. Um, Alternatively, we could realistically come down here and dump um, to the line. We could come down and test this fluorescent green line uh, prior. I mean, everything intersects right here. Be not out of the question before busting upwards. But I think that anybody selling into this it's all going to get bought up, just like it did right here. Everything under this in this area is going to get bought up, and you'll never see it again. There's a parallel channel we've been trading in here. Seems pretty reasonable. We'd continue in there heading over to this area. We've been trading in a parallel channel going upwards this way as well. So just seems likely we'll continue in here and then look for a breakout next week, a week from now. Uh, Now this purple line here is a target pulled from this this parallel channel we've been trading in. Um, it's a bull flag with the pull right here. So I've drawn the pull from right here at 26, about 26.8, just to the base of the parallel channel, represented by these. Let me just make that bigger. Talking about that parallel channel right there. Uh, and the target there is very interesting because it's at 34,000 roughly. And if you scroll back over to here, you see we have support levels here in that range, which would make sense that we would hit resistance here, possibly, and retest this area. So I think once we break up um, over here, break upwards here, that we do briefly test this area right here between 34,000 and possibly all the way down to 32, maybe just 33. Anyway, in this range, maybe even coming down to 31 and a half. But it makes sense that we would test trade in this range for a little bit before moving on, and then continue onwards and upwards from there. Boom, boom, boom. And I have another target up here in this range, the 38, 37, 37, $38,000 range, possibly waking up to 40,000 or so for our next sideways action up here in this range. A little bit here. I don't think we'll stay down here this long, and then move upwards here. Um, so that's about it. Things are just continuing onward, sideways and upwards. I have another presentation. This is a glimpse of that. I'm not ready to get into it now. So, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And we'll see you next time.